I don't exactly have a big update to share this week, so I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to start talking about why this whole thing started. If you're new here, hi, my name is Owen, and I'm currently working on a software to centralize all the admin-based parts of running a creative business into one place to free up more time for artists to be artists. I myself have been a videographer for the past few years, and I've seen firsthand how much time and energy is wasted in so many different ways on so many different tasks that involve zero creativity whatsoever, and this is all my attempt to change that. So last week I mentioned that I had a bit of a detour. I worked on, I took all my knowledge that I've acquired through building this app, and I was like, okay, let's just take a day off and make another app. Anyways, my little side quest has turned up to take up more mental real estate than I wanted it to. So I'm finally wrapped that up now. I got it out and working, so people are using it. I'm running a few videos, trying to generate some passive income off of that to, I guess, keep things steady as I'm coding and building every day. Building this that we're talking about right now. But yeah, so I guess we take you back maybe almost a year ago. I was starting to shoot a lot of startup videos for early stage tech startups, and they all needed launch videos whenever they launched their products. So I was working on a lot of these. Anyways, one of them brought me out to Vancouver. I live in Kelowna, so not too far away. It's about a 4 or 5 hour drive. And while we were there, I got to know the founders really well because they insisted on being in the physical video instead of hiring actors. So I was working one-on-one directly with them and picking their brain and building that connection. And we were together for the entire day. We got breakfast, got to know each other, shot all day, and then we went for dinner. And when we went for dinner, their startup is in the AI realm, let's say. The specifics aren't really relevant, but they kept pushing me about what AI and being a videographer would look like, and if I was worried about it taking my job. Basically, a bunch of questions along that path and what the future might look like for me as a videographer given this rapid rise in AI. So the conversation really got nowhere. I wasn't too concerned about AI taking over the kind of videos that I work on. I think there are elements of my job that I was leveraging AI in, but they were pretty simple, like automatic subtitles, for example, or maybe even a little bit of help when I'm drafting emails, but really nothing crazy. Obviously, things are progressing crazy fast, so it's changing now, but the conversation itself didn't get very far. My key takeaway was actually a pretty interesting perspective on just AI in the future as a whole, and the way they explained it to me was, in the past, the people that have excelled in any field are the people that have done it the longest or practiced it the most. Like the best lawyers know the most about the law. The best engineers have got their hands on the most projects. Like the people that do it the most and are in it the most are the ones that are excelling and make the most money, get noticed, whatever you want to say. But in the future, since we now have these ridiculously competent AI tools that can do so much for us, the barrier to entry to do almost anything across the board is a lot lower. Like I can probably do my tax return without an accountant. I could probably make a claim as a lawyer. Obviously it's not legit and I wouldn't do that, but you can get pretty far doing almost anything now just with your computer. It's crazy. But the future isn't going to be with those people. The people that keep excelling in their fields are going to be the people that take that foundation of using AI and leverage it to the best of their ability. And now like that ceiling, like while the barrier to entry is lower, that ceiling to succeed is now so much higher. So it's really just who can use this to the best of their ability going forward. So that was my biggest takeaway from that entire conversation. And the next day on my drive home, like I said, it's probably about a 5-hour drive. And I just got lost in thought for like an hour. I zoned out. I grabbed my phone quick and I recorded a voice memo of everything I was thinking about. And I realized that there's a huge gap. There's a huge gap between leveraging AI and being a freelance artist. We all have these pretty complicated systems for the most part. Everyone's looks a little differently, whether you're using your Notes app, a Google Sheet, whether you're on Microsoft Excel, whatever it is. People are all over the place and everyone is spread thin across like 10 different platforms. And no one really talks about it because you have to make it work. You have no other way. If you don't have a system in place, you're screwed. Nothing will get done and you can't really succeed. So for all the people out there that are actively doing it, what I'm trying to do is get rid of the 10 logins, the 10 subscriptions, the juggling passwords, everything. Put it in one place that's simplified. Like even you log into your QuickBooks account and it looks like you're flying a fighter jet. Like it's absurd, it's overwhelming, and it's not really catered to, well, artists or solo entrepreneurs, people that don't really want to do the business side of things, but they're doing it because they have to, because that's the only way they can succeed doing the stuff they love and are good at. So yeah, that's the scoop. What I'm trying to do is put all those things in one place for people to log into, not feel overwhelmed, use easily, and ideally free up a huge chunk of time that people spend throughout their week on really stupid admin tasks that no one wants to do, and then allow people to succeed a little further. And yeah, that's the goal. So still been chugging along, still making further developments constantly. It just hasn't been as rapid as it has in past weeks. But yeah, that's exactly where things are at right now. And that is exactly how we got here today.